This is Phoebe, and I'll be talking about the differences between Japanese and Western. Category 1, Food Differences. In Japan, eating a meal. A typical traditional Japanese meal consists of a bowl of rice, a bowl of miso soup, pickled veggies, and fish or meat. For packed lunches, they use bento boxes. Bento is a home-packed meal in a box-shaped container. Japanese dining. Additional info. Japanese people use a chabudai, or as you call it, a tea table in English, as their dining table. Chabudai is a short-legged table used in traditional Japanese homes. People seated on a chabudai may sit on a tatami than on chairs. 7 table manners in Japan. You can slurp on soup or noodles. It means you enjoyed food. Make sure you finish all the food served. Say itadakimasu, let's eat, before you begin your meal. Do not stab food with your chopsticks. Do not double dip on communal sauces. Never eat sushi in more than one bite. Never raise your food above your mouth. Japan is very strict when it comes to food manners and proper etiquette. 5 food facts in Japan. In Japan, rice is always present in every meal. Horse and whale meat are popular and widely available. Tokyo has some of the world's best restaurants in the world. It has more top-rated restaurants than any other city, surpassing even Paris. Japan has the largest seafood industry. Japan has impeccable food safety and cleanliness standards, so it is safe to buy food from anywhere. Western, eating a meal. In Western cuisine, meat is generally the centerpiece of any meal, while sweets are reserved for the end of the meal. I know that not everyone will agree on this one. 7 Western table manners. Chew with your mouth closed. Don't talk with your mouth full. Turn off electric devices. Do not make sounds while eating. Begin eating at the same time. Eat slow. Don't pick your teeth at the table. Western table manners are easier to learn and understand than Japanese table manners. 5 food facts in America. The popular drink Coca-Cola was originally devised as a medicinal drink. Americans consume 31% more packaged foods than fresh food. Over 10 billion donuts are consumed in the U.S. every year. 20% of all Americans eat their meals in the car. Americans spend 10% of their disposable income on fast food every year. Category 2, Size differences. Clothing sizes for shoes. Japan. The shoes are often narrower than Western shoes, which can be good or bad depending on foot shape. They are measured in centimeters rather than in inches. Japanese clothing sizes are about 1 size smaller than the standard American sizes, because Japanese people tend to be more petite and smaller than Americans. Often, clothes are usually only labeled by small, medium, and large in Japan. Body sizes in Japan. The average size of an adult female has the height of 5 feet and 2 inches, the weight of 115 pounds, and the waist circumference of 22 inches. The average size of an adult male has the height of 5 feet and 7.5 inches, the weight of 149 pounds, and the waist circumference of 22.8 inches. Body sizes in Western. The average size of an adult woman has the height of 5 feet and 4 inches, the weight of 166.2 pounds, and the waist circumference of 37.5 inches. The average size of an adult male has the height of 5 feet and 10 inches, the weight of 195.5 pounds, and the waist circumference of 39.7 inches. The last category, famous places. Japan. Top 5 interesting places to go. On number 5 is Himeji Castle. Himeji Castle is considered to be the best existing example of Japanese castle architecture. It was fortified to defend against enemies in the feudal period. It even survived the bombings of World War II. On number 4 is Todaiji Temple. It is the world's largest wooden building. It is home to the world's largest bronze Buddha statue too. It is surrounded by beautiful gardens and wildlife. On number 3 is Tokyo Imperial Palace. It is home to the Emperor of Japan. It is also a museum to showcase Japanese art and history. It is surrounded by traditional Japanese gardens and has many reception and function rooms to receive guests and welcome the public. On number 2 is Mount Fuji. It is the highest mountain in Japan at 12,388 feet. The last category, famous places. Japan. Top 5 interesting places to go. On number 5 is Himeji Castle. It is considered to be the best existing example of Japan castle architecture. It was fortified to defend against enemies in the feudal period. It even survived the bombings of World War II. On number 4 is Todaiji Temple. It is the world's largest wooden building. It is home to the world's largest bronze Buddha statue too. It is surrounded by beautiful gardens and wildlife. On number 3 is Tokyo Imperial Palace. It is home to the Emperor of Japan. It is also a museum to showcase Japanese art and history. It is surrounded by traditional Japanese gardens and has many reception and function rooms to receive guests and welcome the public. On number 2 is Mount Fuji. It is the highest mountain in Japan at 12,388 feet. The symmetrical cone is a well-known symbol of Japan. It is a popular tourist attraction for sightseers and climbers. An estimated of 200,000 people climb Mount Fuji every year, 30% of whom are foreigners. And on number 1 is Golden Pavilion. This is the most popular tourist attraction in Japan and Kyoto. Emphasis is placed on the building and surrounding gardens being in harmony with one another. The pavilion is covered in gold leaf, which highlights the reflection of the pavilion in the pond and the pond's reflection on the building. USA, top 5 places to go. On number 5 is Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is one of the most spectacular natural wonders on the North American continent, situated between the state of New York and the province of Ontario. With more than 14 million visitors each year, it is one of the most visited tourist attractions in the world. On number 4 is Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco. The Golden Gate Bridge was the longest suspension bridge span in the world when it was completed in 1937. The famous red-orange color of the bridge was specifically chosen to make the bridge more easily visible through the thick fog that frequently covers the bridge. On number 3 is Yellowstone. It was the world's first national park, set aside in 1872 to preserve the vast number of geysers, hot springs, and other thermal areas, as well as to protect the incredible wildlife and rugged beauty of the area. Yellowstone lies on top of a gigantic hotspot where light and hot molten mantle rock rises towards the surface. And number 1 is Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is located in the northern Arizona and is one of the great tourist attractions in the United States. The Grand Canyon is not the deepest nor the longest canyon in the world, but the overwhelming size and its intricate and colorful landscape offers visitors spectacular scenery that are unmatched throughout the world. 5 random facts about Japan. Japan consists of over 6,800 islands. Japan has around 5.5 million vending machines, with one on almost every street corner. Japan has more than 3,000 McDonald's restaurants, the largest number in any country outside the US. Japan has the second lowest homicide rate in the world. The biggest Japanese community outside of Japan is in Brazil. And I have the sources slide, and which I have like 10 of them, and that's it. Thanks for listening.